What's good, YouTube? Ben here, bringing you my custom tactics as promised. I did mention in a few videos of that I was going to bring out a custom tactics once I was happy with something I found. Um, just so you guys know, I hit 28 and 2 this week. I don't know if I can be able to show. Yeah, 28 and 2, just missing out on top 100 by a win. Um, Obviously, it's not too bad. Obviously, the rewards are insane if you can get top 100, but a 28 Elite 1 is still very good. You're going to make a lot of coins. This is a lot different to how I was playing. Like, if you saw, like, this, like, I'm not even joking here, like, this tactic, once I went back to this tactic, it's an old tactic I used to use. Once I went back to this, my gameplay was so much better. I just felt more comfortable in attack, especially against, like, the park the bus meta. I think it really just eliminates the it's just so boring playing this part of the bus meta. So I think this tactic basically counters it. So obviously this is my team. It is an insane team. I think there is a lot better teams out there now because I haven't played FIFA in a very, very long time, apart from last weekend, and then the weekend before in the Premier League I stopped after, like, I think it was 12 games. As you can see, I literally played, I think I went 12 and 1. I stopped after the one loss. I didn't want to play no more. The game, like, ruined me. I actually got Red Aguero from my one player pick, which was just insane that I got a bit of luck like that. And sadly, I didn't get to record it. But yeah, obviously Aguero is nice to have. The rest of the team is very solid. I don't recommend this Edison if you're wondering if he's any good. For me, he was terrible. Like, if you're okay at keeper movement and you move your keeper pretty often on their shots, I swear I was moving him in the right place and he was still letting him in. So he'll do for now, because obviously I want to spend more money on the, like, outfielders, because there's other options out there, and keeper's not too much of an issue. But I don't recommend him if you're looking to get him. And there's the Bruno Fernandes, which I got from the Liga NOS SBC. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here for the custom tactics, what I'm using, what I've used, what I recommend. I just leave this balance, whatever it comes as. Don't worry about this. It's not where you're on. So the main tactic here is a 4-2-3-1. Surprise, surprise. What formation is it going to be? And it's drop back 5-5, balance 5-5. And I mentioned before, this is just a very, like, standard tactic, to be honest with you. It's just, instead of, like, balance, just drop back. There's nothing too amazing what I've thought about in the width, the depth. It's just pretty standard. Just want your team to be very, like, organised, but obviously you want the drop back meta just because it's super overpowered and it's ridiculous how it is. But anyway, this formation, like this tactic, I wanted something what counters the drop back, because that's what everyone's playing. Like, people play like drop back, but they play like 2 depth and it's just so boring. If they play like 5 depth, it's not actually too bad on drop back, because their team, like, it's still fairly high. So if you try and do a quick counter, you can actually get somewhere. When people use like 2 depth and like this, like, you see every man behind the ball, it's so boring. But anyway, tactics. Alright, instructions. Stay back on the right back and left back, very standard. You can use balance if you want to, like, have a tactic with balance. That's not a problem. But I say once you've got 2 goals, put these on stay back so you're not getting countered down the wing. But I recommend just having stay back from the start. I don't like, a lot of people use wing play this year because obviously the crosses are super overpowered. So I like to have them stay back to make sure they're always there in the right position, ready to defend. CDMs are on cover centre. Pretty standard. Not using stay back though. This is where I'm saying I'm trying to counter the drop back meta. With the help of the 2 CDMs coming in attack, you've sort of got, what's that, 3, 4, 6, I couldn't even do maths there, 6 people pushing into attack, and it's quite heavy in the middle. So you've got a lot of their, like, players who are compact, and then you got the easy pass out wide if you need to Sabio or whoever you have on the wings, and you could do like a fake shot into a low driven, or you could just basically go down the line, cross it in back post and score a nice header. You know, like, it is what it is. Once again, the instructions on the cams are just all balanced. If you play for crosses, I do recommend you get in for the box for crosses, because they do extra runs, which I noticed. Like, say if you play a ball down the line to one of your wingers, whilst you're running down that, a lot of times if you look over, well, like, if you see let's say I'm attacking down the left, the lamb's running through the through ball. You can see the ram like sort of sneaking in through the back of the ram, so you can get like a low driven cross over to him, or basically it's just a little bit better just for like quick counters and whatnot. So you can do that, but I've got it very balanced. I'm not like just very standard, and the same with the striker, everything balanced. As I mentioned, kind of just trying to keep it all simple, to be honest with you. I think I've tried so many different things, like getting behind, like drift wide, stay central, getting bots, stay on the edge, free roam on the cams, cut passes and stay back. None of it works for me, to be honest with you. The only thing what I could do is obviously put the stay back on the CDMs just to secure the game, but in attack, especially in the weekend league, like none of it really works for me, like trying to change it all up. So I'm keeping it very simple, just play with what you've got. Obviously I feel like just using the player strengths is better than trying to make your team play like a weird way, or a way to try and suit you, where actually if you just keep it basic, it could just get you the results what you want. But then obviously we're looking into like holding the lead. I say it's still the 4-2-3-1, drop back 5 width, 4 depth this time, so we notched it down 1 in the depth, in the depth, and then also in attack we've notched it down 1 in the players and the bots to 4. This is only weekend league stuff. I'm not saying about competitive stuff, so it completely varies to competitive and weekend league. But if you're in a bit of a tight game and you want to hold the lead, very simple. We're using similar tactics, obviously, just 5-4, 5-4 instead of 5-5 and 5-5. But we're putting stay back on the CDM, so obviously we're trying to hold the lead. It's just more secure. And then once again, I'm putting comeback on the cams, so you have that extra like basically drop back method. So we've got like 10 people behind the ball, and obviously we leave the striker up there so we can just boot the ball up to him, and hopefully he can head it down. If you've got like a tall striker, like it's just super overpowered. Like if you have CR7 and you're defending deep and you just do like a square or an X ball up to the striker and head it down, or can try and control it, it's such super effective to get out of like the press. So yeah, just very simple. Put a comeback just to try and hold the lead, just a bit more defensive minded. This is my 4-3-3-4 tactic. I use drop back 5, 5-4 on depth, and then in attack is a little bit different. Width is 5 because you've got quite a natural width within this formation, so we keep it at 5. Players in the box is 7, and that's because we're using possession, and with possession I'm sort of just trying to have like options to feet, but also you'll see with certain instructions I put onto the 4-3-3-4, you're going to have a lot of attacking runs. So that's why I put the player in the boxes quite high. So when I'm playing the ball down the line to these wingers, but I've got my centre mids and my cams and whatnot, it'll give me an extra option. So very simple. Once again, stay back on the left back and right back. And then on the centre mids, we got stay back and cover centre. Very simple. Once again, that's what I like to just have if I'm playing a more like attacking formation. Let's say I'm always going to put stay back and cover centre. For me, is the key one. Everything simple on the cam, balanced. And then once again, we got come back on the wingers. This is just to be a bit more defensive. This formation is very attacking just off the back. So we put come back so we have them an extra hand, especially if people like playing down the wing. You need that extra man just sort of giving you an option and giving you a help on hand basically on defending their wing play. Getting behind, I put getting behind on the right wing and left wing mainly because sometimes I would say lazy in the sense of making my players run. If you use L1 and R1, you can make your players run and or come to the ball. L1 to make them run, R1 to come to. A key thing in 4-2-3-1 and a lot of formations this year is using the L1 to make them run and play them down the wing with a strong through ball. If you watch Tex, if you watch any competitive, you'll see that he does that. It's quite a main thing what he does. Like plays it from his RAM into his CDM, and then he goes to his right back and then through balls it or whatnot. You'll see if you've ever watched Tex, you'll know. And obviously he's unbelievable once he's got through and with his decision making. But getting behind for me is just makes me stop being helps me being lazy at times. So just have getting behind there. Striker is very balanced, very simple, just comes how it is. This formation is for if I feel like I can beat the guy no matter what. I feel like this formation I can press a little bit better than the 4-2-3-1 original formation. This is just like an all-round solid formation, my defensive tactic. But I feel if I know I can beat the kid and he's not very good, I'll go with this 4-3-3-4 and just sort of have fun with it and just sort of it's just a different formation. Well, it's very similar to 4-2-3-1 in some aspects, but it's just more attacking off the bat. So my tactic for if I'm losing and I'm trying to pull the game back, very simple. I'm using a 4-4-2. And we're using 5 width, press after possession loss. For me, this is key, especially if I'm trying to bring the game back. And then I put the depth super high just to super press them. It's a 4-4-2. So basically, with 4-4-2, when you're trying to press people, your right mid and left mid quite often is quite close to their right back and left back. And when people are trying to time waste, that's where they're like go-to players. They try and hit their right back and their left back and play it from there. So if you have right mid and left mid fairly close to them, you're going to be able to get a super quick press on them and then a super quick counter attack. Especially with 4-4-2, it's very. My problem with 4-4-2, why I can't use it all year, like all game as well, it sort of plays like 4-2-4 at times, especially in attack. The wingers don't really play as like a right mid and left mid. They straight away play like a right wing and left wing, and for me, it's not what I'm looking for in a 4-4-2. I think 4-4-2 was really good in FIFA 18. I didn't use it in FIFA 17, but I heard it was very good then as well. So yeah, that's why I don't use this formation like all game. I think if it was very similar to the 4-4-2 last year, I probably would use it more than every other formation. But anyway, that's not what it is, what we're using it for anyway. We're using it this year to pull back leads because it's very attacking. Width 5, keep it simple. The formation is very naturally quite wide. Players in the box 7, I think this is. This is just so we can get more people in the box in attack because obviously they're trying to pull the game back. But once again, I'm still putting... Stay back. Don't worry about who's playing where, by the way. I haven't, since I've changed my team, I haven't actually put them into position yet. Anyway, stay back on right back and left back. Stay back cover centre on the centre mids. You could, if you're really like wanting to push, you could put balance, but I just do it. I just still have these come back because they're still quite naturally wide and quite aggressive with the press after possession loss because of the depth and whatnot. So I still have these come back on defense just in case. Like when you're trying to pull back a game, you don't want to go all out. Like maybe last 5 minutes you want to go to that 3 back and like just literally just throw everything. But like when it's like 1 or 2 goals and you still got plenty of time, you don't want to still be leaking goals. So you want a tactic what sort of stops them scoring goals and giving them easy chances, but also giving you a good chance to nick the ball very early within their build-up. So yeah, come back on the right mid and left mid, get in the box for crosses because once again I mentioned crosses are super overpowered this year, so just put them in. That's not an issue. Whip it in, hit that green header. You know what the business is after that. Strikers we put on balance. That's the only thing different. Maybe a lot of 4-4-2 players use come back like pros anyway. They all use like everyone drop back because it just turns into like 2 banks of 4 and then 2 people in front of them on their CDMs. It's ridiculous. It's not very, in my opinion, it's not competitive in any sort of way, but it works super effective this year. But we've got them on balance just so we can, as I mentioned, with the 4-2-3-1 on ultra defensive, when we're trying to get the ball out really quick. If we win that ball, like press, maybe like on their right, like Ram against our Lamb, let's say Tellez here, we'll win that ball. He's going to probably like have a few people pushed up. You want to loop that little ball over the top to the strikers, and with them being balanced, they're a little bit higher than come back. So I don't like having them stay forward because I feel like they sort of hide behind the CDMs sometimes. So I have them on balance because they give me a bit of both sort of options. So yeah, that is what the custom tactics I used this week. Helps me get a 28 and 2. You know I'm usually, well, I wouldn't say usually, but like I usually hit top 100. And I could also hit obviously like higher Elite 1 finishes, but trying to get back into the swings of things with foot chance really. It's quite hard to get back into once you stop playing, I feel, but hopefully I can hit a top 100 finish this weekend. I am away though, so I'm going to be trying to squeeze my gains in here and there, but hopefully this custom tactics help you guys get a few wins, help you counter the part of the bus systems, what people are using. Don't forget to either like, comment, subscribe, and peace.